Guys, and welcome to my channel. I'm Kristen, and today we're going to be doing some spring and Easter DIYs, starting off with this garland from Dollar Tree. Now, most of these DIYs, I think all of them are from last year, so keep that in mind. But I'm just grabbing some beads that were also from Dollar Tree, and I just kind of pulled the Easter bunnies off of the garland they were on and added some fun beads to the center of each of them, and I think this is adorable. So I did have one more of those bunnies from that garland left over, so I thought, you know what, we can't leave it hanging, we got to do something. So I added some of those same beads that were also from Dollar Tree, and I'm using this little picture frame window or this little sign. This was also from Dollar Tree. Added some scrapbook paper to the back side, and now I'm just going to be hot gluing. You could use a staple gun, you could use whatever you choose to glue this to the back, and I added some paper just to kind of secure that twine to the back side. But I think this is adorable, and I felt so good not wasting anything with the garland and the beads. For this next one, you usually can find these around Valentine's Day. I know they have them out now, so grab them if you choose, because they're not always there. These Barnes, they'll say some sort of love quote on them, but it's the only time I actually see them. I decided just to go ahead and add some scrapbook paper from Hobby Lobby. That Happy Easter is from Hobby Lobby, and these little bunnies were actually from Dollar Tree, but Hobby Lobby does have some really cute ones. So if you can't find anything similar to these, check out Hobby Lobby. They're so inexpensive. I think they're under $2 when they're on sale for their pack of bunnies. Every year Dollar Tree seems to have these wooden eggs, so I decided to paint them. I'm using the Waverly chalk paint. I want to say the pink is ballet slipper possibly, and that blue is called pool. And then I just grabbed some rub-on transfers from the Dollar Tree. I just recently seen some new ones this year, which is really exciting to me because I have not seen brand new rub-on transfers at Dollar Tree in forever. But I loved these floral ones. I think I still have a couple laying around, but this is what it looks like when they're done. It is just a really cute and quick DIY, and I'm obsessed using rub-on transfers. So for this one, this bunny is from Hobby Lobby. $5, but when it's 50% off, it's $2.50. When it's 60% off, it's even a little bit cheaper. I'm using that color pool for this as well, and you really don't have to paint the entire bunny unless you choose to. You can use scrapbook paper, do something fun. I love adding scrapbook paper to bunnies like this, but I wanted to try out these rub-on transfers. These are just a little bit weird. I didn't love them. I probably would never use them again down the road. And you can kind of see where I had to cut it off and like start over, because I think I made the pattern in the opposite direction. But overall, it is a really cute and quick DIY. So this little candy bucket, they always seem to carry these at Dollar Tree. Now they have even more colors. So I'm painting this. I'm not sure exactly what color this is. This is by Waverly chalk paint. I don't even know if I have the chalk paint right now to even go look to figure that out. I cannot. I think it's agave. I think that's the color. Adding some cute little wooden bunnies around the edge, some greenery, you're good to go on this. You don't have to do a ton more. You can add some eggs. You can add whatever color florals, whatever color greenery, whatever you choose. But this was just a really fun DIY using some of those Dollar Tree wood bunnies. Now I'm all about that quick and easy DIY, just to kind of get yourself motivated, because sometimes when things take a really long time, I kind of fall out of love doing that sort of craft, and I'll kind of push it to side and do something else, and then I never actually end up doing it. But grab one of these buckets. Mine was from Dollar General, but they have them at Dollar Tree. You could paint it white if you chose to. And then I'm just adding some lamb's ear. That is from Walmart. And then these eggs, I think they have these every year at Dollar Tree. And I say that because they don't seem to come out with a ton of new items every single year lately. It's always the same stuff. But then I just added one of those little bunny butt stick. Are they sticks? Yeah, they're sticks. So that's what I'm going to go ahead and call them. Just to the center of the floral piece. And I think this is super cute, and it takes no time at all to put together. For this next one, I went ahead and grabbed some of these wooden flowers, and these were in the good old regular crafter square section. And of course, my favorite thing to use to adhere anything to, and I mean anything, fabric. You can use burlap, scrap paper right now, the good old Elmer's glue stick. It's my favorite thing. I decided to have some of this wood filler to fill in these bunny holes, and I only do this when I am not being a lazy crafter. There's always holes in all of these because they're supposed to be like DIY ornaments from the Dollar Tree, but sometimes I just don't want to fill it in and wait for it to dry, so that's usually kind of what happens around here. I just grabbed a couple of these wooden bunnies. These are also from Dollar Tree, dry brushing it with the Waverly Antique Wax. And I mean, this is completely optional. You could dry brush it with white, whatever you choose. You could leave it blue, you could paint it pink. The possibilities are absolutely endless when you craft. So my style may not be your style, but you could make it your style for sure. Once everything is dry, good to go, hot glue the bunnies right to the center of the flowers. I added some cotton balls to the bunny butts, and you could turn these little florals into whatever you wanted, or these little wooden flowers. I decided to rip apart a wreath I had and add this flower to the center of the wreath. Or we also have an option too. So if the wreath is not your little cup of tea, go ahead and take that little bunny butt out of that floral piece that you just did, add a little wooden dowel to the back side of this wooden flower, and then you can stick it right in the center, and this can be part of a floral piece. I think that is so fun that you can create the same DIYs and use them for different things. But I actually kind of like this one better than the bunny butt. I think it just pops a little bit more, matches the eggs. I think it is absolutely adorable. All right, so we're going to be going on to a sign. So I have tons of signs all over the place. This one was actually from Dollar General. I'm sure I picked it up for super cheap, but you can always find any sort of like MDF, thick wooden type sign wherever you go. Goodwill, garage sales, Dollar Tree, Dollar General, Family Dollar probably, Walmart. There's just, I'm sure you can find one everywhere. I'm obviously sticking with the same color. I know this is agave. I called it agave once, and the comments are funny. I'm not going to lie. Like, I read every comment. I may not comment or heart back all the comments that I get. I get so many per day, it becomes overwhelming, but I do read every single one of them, and I love them dearly. But it's kind of funny when someone has to correct how I say things. It's a little funny, and sometimes it's in a nice way, you know, for sure. Sometimes it's in a mean way, but either way. Anyways, I just honestly was using whatever I possibly could because I don't like stashing seasonal things around anymore. I don't want to have a ton of Easter items for the next year, for the previous year, for, you know, all the things. I don't want just wads and bundles and totes of seasonal. So I added some of those wooden bunnies, added some ribbon on the edges, and then of course we have the holes because I didn't feel like filling those in that day. Oh no, what? I came back and went around. I must have been like, that looks terrible. We must do something about it. And then obviously I just painted it, dry brushed it. You really can't even tell there was holes there. Like, that's honestly, that's a pretty good job. All right, so for this one, yes, it is agave. That is the color I used for this. I'm just painting the edges of this one. I'm pretty sure this one came from Hobby Lobby as well. And maybe these were 2 different years. So maybe I did go back, and I just want to show you guys some options and fun things to do because I don't really want to repeat some of the crafts that I did the previous years. So sometimes it's fun to recreate, add different scrapbook paper. Like, you kind of get bored and sick of the same items. But I want to show you guys how simple it is to create a DIY. So if you're just starting out, I'm not a professional by any means. I've been doing this YouTube thing for over 6 years now, and I still don't feel like I'm a professional at all. I just want to show you guys how to make quick and cute decor for your home. I don't like it to be expensive. The items that I have in my craft room are not worth millions of dollars. I don't get on Amazon all the time and buy new things to craft with. I really just like being simple. That's really what this whole channel has always been about, is being simple and saving money and not having the best of everything is completely okay. So that's just a reminder there, but I love that bunny. $2.99 for this bunny that was from Hobby Lobby, but I know it was 50 or 60% off, so it was only $1.50 or less. So this sign actually came from, I want to say it was from Goodwill. I love like our Goodwill bin. It's not called an outlet store, and I always say that every time I talk, but it's like more like a bin store, and then there's like shelves around the walls of pretty much kitchen and like signs, vases, things like that. But I know I picked this sign out for under $2. So this was like an under $5 craft, and it took a second to do because I just hot glued that bunny right to the center of that sign and good to go. Dollar Tree sign with rub-on transfers. These are from Amazon, and I guess this is like one of my big splurges I do is rub-on transfers because I love the way they look on things. I love them. Like, I think they just look so great. They're such a high-end piece and a thing that you can add to any sort of inexpensive sign. Like, this sign was from Dollar Tree, $1.25, and like, look how cute this is. No way, right? I'll link the rub-on transfers if I can find them. Every time I link them in the springtime around the holidays, I'd say holidays, but probably Easter and spring, they're always sold out. So if I can find them, I'll link them because I did a ton of different DIYs with those. All right, so we're working on this Dollar Tree house. Now, sometimes when I do and use the Dollar Tree houses, it's just like not that great of a project. And I'm not saying that because I think my stuff is terrible. Sometimes the quality just isn't that great, no matter how much you try to make something work. But they always turn out cute. They just don't seem to last that long. But I got some Hobby Lobby scrapbook paper, I think. If not, it's more than likely from Hobby Lobby. I don't know where else I'd get my scrapbook paper like this. And then I'm using a rub-on transfer. This is also from Dollar Tree. It came in a pack. And once I start cutting into packs, I don't know what pack it was from, but I haven't seen these in a really long time, but I liked the little welcome. I decided to use this Easter grass is what I'm going to call it. And I know that's not what it's called. Someone in the comments, please tell me what this grass is called. Why can't I think of it? You can like put it between your fingers and like whistle, right? Isn't this the kind of grass that has anyone ever done that, right? Yeah, someone's done it. It's not just me. You like stick it between your fingers and like I don't know, it makes a whistling sound or it makes some sort of like annoying noise. Anyways, Easter grass, here it is. I just cut it from like egg decor from Dollar Tree. And then you just start to add some fun embellishments. This doesn't have to be crazy. I decided to add a bunny butt and some carrots from the Dollar Tree, and this sign was complete. Okay, a fun thing I like to do is use napkins for DIYs. Am I the best? Absolutely no. I use a glue stick. I'm terrified to use a lighter because I don't use Mod Podge over my things, so I know that's not going to burn off. I've tried it, and I almost burned our house down. Not that far, but I really did like burn. Like there was fire in the house where it shouldn't have been. But short story long, I use a glue stick, and then we just kind of sand off the edges when we're done. You can paint the edges. You could have probably painted this previous, but of course I love just doing the opposite of what you should do. So I usually just take a piece of sandpaper. This is actually supposed to go on a electric sander, circular sander, some sort of sander that you plug into the wall, but I didn't have anything else, so we're going with it. Agave, I don't know what it was this year about this color paint, but I went with it for sure, and I used it obviously till it was completely gone. And now I'm just adding these little wooden pieces onto this like 3 sign wall hanger, I guess we'll call it. You can find it in like the little farmhouse section at Dollar Tree. I haven't seen these in a while, but they still kind of carry that really fun farmhouse line. It is one of my favorites. Every time I go to Dollar Tree, I have to go look in that section. Whether I was there like a week ago or 2 weeks ago, I feel like there's always at least one fun item that you can find. This year, my Dollar Tree honestly has been slacking to no end. I cannot find wooden large bunnies like this or eggs at any of the Dollar Trees. And I think I've checked out like 3 or 4, and they're just non-existent right now. I will probably be finished doing Easter crafts before they even get any other Easter items out. But of course, I'm going to be tracing this onto scrapbook paper, cutting it out. Of course, we got the good old Elmer's glue stick here. I prefer the ones that show up purple. They dry clear, but you can just kind of see where you're actually gluing. I love this scrapbook paper. It is so pretty. Hobby Lobby, they have, I think, the cutest scrapbook paper for spring. Although, let me just like dive in here. I feel like I love talking, so this is like the perfect time to actually do it. Hobby Lobby never comes out with new scrapbook paper. Like, I think I've been crafting for so long that every year I go, I'm like, I already used that last year. I already used that last year. Like, what can I do and what can I use to make things a little bit different? But found this charger from Dollar Tree. Thought I would just add the bunny right to the center. I'm using a foam rose, or I think that's a felt rose. It is also from Dollar Tree, but they look pretty easy to make. So I think I might have to make some felt flowers myself this year, but don't hold me to that whatsoever. For this next one, of course, we're going to have to use a galvanized piece from Dollar Tree. There's just no, you have to use at least a couple of these pieces. I really liked these jars. I think they're really cute. I decided to go ahead and add some chalk couture to this. They are silk screen transfers. They're fun to use. I love them. I use them any chance I get. I actually use them a lot more off camera because sometimes we get burnt out, and I never want to get burnt out from chalk couture ever, because it is one of the most relaxing things that I could ever make. I actually did a craft show this winter or in December, and that's all I sold was chalk couture items. They did so well. I wouldn't say like the best. The craft show was actually kind of slow, but I did sell quite a bit. So I was very happy, especially with a first time craft shower. Like, I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know what I was getting myself into. I didn't know if I had enough. But anyways, overall, it was fun. And I did a ton of chalk couture. But this one is so cute. Of course, you have to add some sort of floral or flowers into your spring and Easter decor. These nested wood crates were $5 from the Target dollar spot a couple years ago. I'm using wood bunnies from Dollar Tree, and we're going to be taking those wooden bunnies and just gluing them, just 3 of them, right on one side of the box. You could do multiple, you could do more, you could do it all the way around. I just chose the 3 in the front because it's really all you're going to be able to see. And then for the next one, I decided to go ahead and use another chalk couture silkscreen transfer egg hunt. This way, it actually fit perfect to the side of this box. And since our nesting boxes, we have like a small one, medium size, and a larger one. But I wanted to use all 3 of them because there's so many different ways and different things that you can actually do with these. The last one is actually my favorite, which I'm going to show you guys in a second. But if I can do chalk couture on this, I absolutely had to, and this one was so cute. And like, what else would I have been able to put on the side of this box that would have fit perfect? And of course, my favorite part is tearing those off. So for the larger wood box, I decided I was going to grab this little handle from Amazon. I cannot find these anymore because I bought these probably 3 or 4 years ago. So it's just like out of my orders. I don't know where I can find them. Even when I type in like vintage handles, I can't find them. I don't have a clue. So maybe vintage handles. They were inexpensive. I want to say I got like 20 for like $8 or something, which I thought was a steal. And then if you guys have a Cricut, go ahead and use it. This is your opportunity to use it. Christmas is over. Things are a little bit slower now, where we can learn how to use items that we have. I know my Cricut, I am still learning, but I've heard so many people say that they still have their Cricut machines in the box. But look how cute this one is. It's Easter Egg Farm. I did not make this. I don't know where you can find it. If you type in Easter Egg Farm on your Cricut design space, more than likely, or hopefully, it is still there and you'll be able to find it. these wooden houses from the Target dollar spot as well, and I decided to paint them in the agave, of course, because that was just like the jam that year. Like, this is so funny that I can like look at this video, but you know, this is what I do. Seriously, like this is what I do when I buy paint. I want to use all of it because when else would I actually use this color paint? It doesn't really match my home decor. It's not going to work for Christmas. It's probably not going to work for fall either. Maybe if you like those kind of colors for fall, but I kind of prefer like the orange and yellows and reds, and yeah, that's my jam for fall. This is the color Celery by Waverly Chalk Paint. They still sell Waverly Chalk Paint at my Walmart, and I am all for it. I hope they never get rid of it. Once I paint these houses, you can add whatever you want to this. I'm using, what color is this? Oh, it's the color Pool. It looks really light in this, so I'm like, what is that? Is that gray? Totally not gray. And then I just cut out some fun decals from my Cricut design space and added them to the center of the houses. Last DIY, I am using this riser. This is also from the Target dollar spot, $5. It was a couple years ago that I purchased that. I am also using another Chalkateur silkscreen transfer, and I will link Chalkateur in the description box for you guys if you want to check it out. In a couple weeks, like February, the beginning of February, they are coming out with their new spring decor, or there's not their spring decor, their spring line. And if you love farmhouse and spring and all the things mixed together, you are going to love it as much as I'm so excited for it. I cannot wait. But that is it for the video. I hope you enjoy it. I hope it inspired you to start Easter. I cannot wait to share brand new DIYs with you very, very soon. But that is it, you guys. I will see you in the next one. Bye.